If you feel like your photos are all over the place, not consistent, and they really don't have a style, you are going to like this video. Having a style that people recognize has really nothing to do with talent. It's also not about a specific preset that you don't have, and that's actually a process that you can follow. And I'm going to show you this exact process that I've been using, that I've been teaching to hundreds of photographers. So follow along. I would encourage you to take notes also. So by the end of this video, you know exactly what to do to create your style. One where someone sees your photo and knows that this is you without even reading your name. So let me walk you through how I do that. The first thing is about finding your heroes and gaining clarity and awareness about what you really like. Not what you think you like, but what you really like. So in this step, you're gonna have to do some research. Look on websites. So what I really recommend you to do is to look for photographers that really inspires you outside of social media, outside of Instagram, because the problem of social media is that you are going to be influenced by the numbers, and that's really not what we want here. You want to find inspiration that make you feel something outside of any numbers. So look at websites like the photography competition. I really like IPA. I really like One Island. And there are a bunch of them. I will add the links in the description. There is, of course, museum. If you have museum in your city, I would highly recommend them. It doesn't have to be photographers, any visual artists, movies, TV shows, could be also music. Anything can be part of your heroes and inspiration. Go to galleries. Overall, take notes of the art whose work stops you. And then this is the very important part, put it all in one place so you can have a visual idea of what you really like. So build a board. I would recommend you to use this website that is called Milanote. And here, for example, this is my Milanote board where I can see visually all the art that inspires me. The thing is that usually people think they like a specific type of art, and once they build their board, they notice that what's in the board is kind of different of what they think they liked. And by having everything in one place, you can see the patterns and start to understand what are the atmosphere you are really inspired by and attracted to. Step number 2, this is study your heroes deeply. Once you have your board, pick 1, 2, or 3 artists, take one of their work or their body of work and analyze it. What is the color palette, the way the image feels for you, atmosphere, the texture, what are the subjects. And when doing this analysis, I would really highly recommend you to, once again, don't do it in your mind. Have a notebook or just open a new file on your laptop and write it down. Then once you've been doing this analysis on your hero work, ask yourself, how can I get closer to this? What's the difference between my photos and the result? And then you don't gonna stop here. There is another step that is super important, is that instead of just thinking and writing down stuff, I want you to take one of your photo and edit it in the style of one of your favorite artists. Copy the color palettes, copy how they work with shadows, copy how they work with highlight. Is it very harsh highlight? Is it really soft? Do they use more cool tones, warm tones, very sharp image, or something very soft? And if your subject are super different than your favorite artist, it's a good reason to go out there and capture similar photos and then come back and edit the photo the same way as the favorite artist that you picked. It's going to take some time, but by doing that, you are going to learn a ton of new techniques, and you're gonna see that you are actually going to get closer to your style by doing this simple exercise. To be clear, the goal is not to copy someone else's work. It's to get inspired by multiple heroes and then mix all of that with your own personality, who you are, what you want to convey through your photography. And it leads me to the personality part, where I would also highly recommend you to write down what is photography for you? What do you want to convey with those photos that you take? It's a bit hard, like this sentence is not easy to understand, so if you don't really get the meaning, I would say, why do you want to share those photos with people? Are you trying to show them something specific, or are you trying to make them feel something? If yes, what kind of feeling? Who are you deep down? How can you use who you are to create photos that are more authentic? For example, in my case, I'm someone really introverted. I hate being in crowd, and this is the reason why I go out shooting at 5 a.m. before the sunrise, because this is when cities are super quiet. It actually fits me. I personally feel the world is really magical place. I'm really lucky to be able to travel the world, and this experience is super magical, and through my editing I'm really trying to convey that the world is magical, and this is how I've managed to have the style that I have today. So what parts of who you are can you infuse into your photos? The last piece is about workflow. If you always follow the same steps in the same order, it becomes really easy to end up with photos that are consistent and look like they belong together. In my work, I always go in the same order. I do the raw development, cleaning, color grading, light shaping, and then sharpening, and it never changes. Whatever the photo is, I always follow this workflow. I am also very consistent with my color palette. I use similar colors on most of my photos and a color harmony that is almost always the same. This is a split complementary color scheme, and that right there is how I gave my photos a style that is consistent. So that's it. Find your heroes, study them deeply, let yourself who you are leak into it, and lock a workflow. That's how you build a style that is actually yours. Before you leave this video, if you want my full color grading method, my course, The Color Code, is linked below this video. I would really appreciate it if you could like this video, subscribe to this channel. This is totally free to do so, and it supports my work. I see you in the next video.